you all very much for being here. Thank you, Secretary Green. Thanks for the great work that you and your team are doing. First of all, I want to thank all of the correctional professionals and the other distinguished guests who are joining us this morning. Thank you for your service to our state. 4 years ago, I stood right here in this exact spot to announce that we were immediately shutting down the antiquated and notoriously unsafe Baltimore City Men's Detention Center. For too long, this facility had the distinction of being one of the worst prisons in America. Its long-standing state of disrepair made this detention center dangerous not only for the people who worked here, but for the individuals who were housed here as well. The roof was crumbling. The facility consistently faced serious flooding and sewage issues. For years, there were complaints about blind corners, which were such a serious safety hazard for correctional officers and other employees. There were charges that those who were housed here suffered from a lack of timely medical treatment, interruptions in essential medications, and a shortage of supplies and basic equipment. The individuals being held here had not yet been convicted of a crime, yet they were forced to live in inhumane, appalling conditions, and corruption ran rampant, with gang members given free rein to essentially run the facility. For decades, there were calls to shut down this jail, which went unanswered by elected leaders. When I became governor, I pledged to take immediate action, and we did exactly what we said we were going to do. Leaders in the legislature said it would take 10 years to close this jail. We shut the jail down in just a few weeks. Today, we are taking the next important step forward. In just a few moments, we will begin the process of demolishing the decaying buildings behind me and around me at the Baltimore City Correctional Complex. After years of working with the local community, we will be removing some of the non-historically significant vacant buildings, and we will finally bring an end to the long, ugly history of deplorable conditions at this jail. But just as important as this demolition work, just as important as the demolition work will be the transformative facility that we are going to build in its place. Beginning today, we are making room for a new therapeutic detention center that will provide mental health, substance abuse treatment, and reentry programming and planning for up to 1,400 people. This new facility will be an important and much needed resource as we continue to fight the heroin, opioid, and substance abuse crisis, which is tearing apart families, devastating communities, and taking too many lives here in Maryland and across the nation. This site, which was long a source of embarrassment and shame for the city and for the state, will now become a beacon of hope where those struggling with addiction can get the help that they need to heal, to recover, and to turn their lives around. This truly is an historic day for Baltimore City and for the state of Maryland. And I just want to congratulate everyone who has been involved in all of the hard work in advancing us to this important milestone. Thank you so much for being here this morning.